Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. How is my brother sister doing today? I hope you guys doing all right. Today again we have brother Abdul Rahman. Assalamu alaikum ya Sheikh. How you doing today?
Thank you for
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. And today's topic is about Islam, my brother and sister. And the topic is like, is Islam the religious of complexity? So we're gonna ask Sheikh Abdul Rahman inshallah to explain that to us. And because there's a lot of people, they're considering Islam, but they're scared. Why are they scared? There's no fun in Islam. There's no good time in Islam. Islam is like in jail. You have to do this, you don't have to do that, you have to pray. And in reality, that's not true. Because Islam, alhamdulillah, we have fun in Islam. We don't have you're not in jail. You can have fun with your family, with your friends. You can go out, eat, everything. You can do whatever you want. But some people, they still thinking, Islam, that not clear picture for Islam. That's why we bring Sheikh Abdul Rahman to give us the picture, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. Alhamdulillah. You can explain this to us, please, and
yes,
help the brother and sister out there.
Exactly. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah wa man wala. And yeah, this is very important, topic and aspect. And is in fact, as a matter of fact, I would say it is relevant. Yes, a lot of people having misconception about that. They're thinking that the religion of Islam is a religion that is restricted to something to do only that is, and it's not about even fun or all that. But it's completely, in fact, the opposite side. Islam is a deen of deen al-hadara, deen of exploration, enjoyment, creation, all that, discovery. In it, Islam actually introduces this. In fact, Islam introduces to the world. And this comes even from the Messenger Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam himself, and as he was a role model, of our role model. So he actually did this. He had enjoyment. He had fun. He actually discovered and explored different kind of exercises, that the people they do. Even he used to go out with Aisha. He used to take out for Aisha and watch, some people, they were playing some kind of games, match that
in
was
Medina.
Yes, in Medina, yeah. And he used to even race with her, with Aisha, with his wife. He used to race with her. So it shows that it's about fun, and creativity and enjoyment, yeah. And recreation. This is what Islam is about. And as a matter of fact, there is the hadith narrated by Bayhaqi. He says from Ibn Umar, he sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "Allimu abna'akum as-sibaha wal-ram." Teach your children, swimming, the bow and arrow, yes, of course, yeah, and yeah, that's the hadith. Umar actually, it comes also the same way, and that. So teach them, yeah. And Umar also, he himself says that كتب إلى أهل الشام أن علموا أولادكم السباحة والفروسية. The khayl and the furusiya, actually it comes from Umar. Riding the horse. Teach your children how to swim, as well as riding horse. So imagine this, riding horse, racing with it, all these kind of,
enjoyment, like this type of enjoyment. Sport in the same time enjoyment. Like you change your setting to go do something different, not just sitting home and sleeping all the time.
Yes.
So
yes, exploring yourself, going, doing exercises, out. This is actually what the person wants. He has to have some time of that of his life, some kind of relaxation. It is indeed, certainly it is permissible in Islam, as long as, of course, there is nothing else, there's against the Sharia, against Islam that, if you that comes or mingles with it.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it's free from that, it is permissible, and yeah.
How about, like some people, they're asking also, like, they considering Islam, but it's like, do I have to be from day one, like doing all this Sharia al-Islam, like all the rules for Islam? Do I have to follow the rules from day one, or I have to gradually get into it? Because Islam, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he takes 13 years to teach his companions just the ibadah, that's the aqidah. Who's Allah? How to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because with no aqidah, you're nothing. You know. So Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam take a long time to put the aqidah in the heart of the companions. That's why when he go for ghazawat, when we go for fighting for Islam, when we go to open up new places, when we go to do da'wah, he had these people that have aqidah. They say they can go with him wherever he wants. So that's why, because you have aqidah. So what's for the new Muslim? What's he have to? Do you have to follow just the rules from day one, or he can have the aqidah too and learn, or like what do you think? Like what do you suggest for these people that they're thinking that way?
Of course, when it comes, in the beginning era of Islam, and the things were in progress, processing. Of course, nothing was expected from anyone to know over a night. Everything, they become a very pious person. And Islam was actually going to come in like day by day. Ayahs, the verses of the Quran was being revealed. So they were in the process. And of course, in Mecca, they were getting trained in terms of spiritually and their faith and iman. In their heart, they were getting trained. When they spiritually and in their heart became firm and their faith became firm. In Medina, the shara'i, the rulings, regulations, commands, prohibitions, then it came, and while they were in Medina. So it's like almost after 13 years.
So Makkah part is only about aqidah.
Exactly.
To make this aqidah in there, to plant the aqidah in their heart.
Exactly.
That's a Makkah time.
Yeah.
And Medina time is a Sharia time.
Yes.
Do and don't do.
Yeah. Because this shows that we cannot start, with the person do this and don't that without any, what do you call installment of iman or faith. Because from the faith, it generates, following the commands, doing the do's, and not doing the whatever you're being prohibited. This actually makes it easier. So this is actually a kind of a training that the companions, they were being trained by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and of course, physically and in person with the Messenger sallallahu. So our Prophet was like a coach. He trained them with this. Then the rules came, the ahkam came. Because now it's easier for them to
accept the rules.
Adapt,
absolutely.
Without any questioning.
Yeah.
Right away they take the commands. When the prohibition of alcohol came, of khamr, what happened? Only the Prophet he didn't actually made himself go crazy or go call out the people, the Sahabas, gather them, I want to command them. No. He only ordered one person, and that person went out. He said, all people, the khamr, the alcohol is being prohibited. So everyone who heard that, right from that moment they heard that, they start pouring it, dropping it.
I hear about even some people, they have the cuss, they have the alcohol in their hands.
Yes.
When they hear that one, they throw it out.
Yes, they all throw it in the roads, on the streets of Medina. They were flowing rivers of alcohol and wine. This shows that how readily they were for the commanding of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His
They prepared for that.
Yes, they were trained for this.
That's why, like for the new Muslim, for the new person as a Muslim, you don't have to adopt right away. You don't have to do the whole rules from day one. You wear hijab for the sister, because there's a question here that is hijab one of the shurut, is the hijab one of the conditions of Islam? The beginning, no, it's not a condition of Islam to have to wear hijab. So for the new Muslim, take it easy. Don't be like rushing to do all the rules of Islam, because the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, like I said, take 13 years just to show them aqidah.
Yes.
That's why when you know aqidah, when you know the deen, everything is going to be easy. Hijab is nothing to you. It's going to be. Alcohol is nothing to you. Don't eat pork is nothing to you. Everything is going to be easy for you once you have the aqidah in you. So well, that's good, yeah, Sheikh. And then what do you think about That's question I think I asked you that. Is it like from day one, or the new Muslim has to follow the Sharia al-Islam? And
no,
I think
exactly, yeah. The person who just accepted Islam, he has to take his time to adapt. He's being expected right away to take everything. That's why they say, for example, when it comes to Salah and prayer, one of the pillars of the Salah is reciting the Surah to Al-Fatiha. So if this person, the new Muslim, doesn't know how to recite Fatiha, there are some alternative terms that he can use. He hasn't. It's not obligated. Or you have to right away. You have to say that
To memorize it.
Yeah, to memorize it. If this person didn't memorize, there's an alternative terms and words. If he doesn't, he can't even pronounce those alternative words, and he can just stand there to that point.
Yeah. Wow.
Just stand.
Just follow the people. What they're doing. They
Just stand there, and then of course estimate how long the Fatiha is being recited. That long only, and then khalas, you can continue.
Even if you don't memorize it.
Yes.
Just standing.
Yeah. So there's nothing. Everything you're learning. It's gonna take a time. Yeah. You're not being expected everything to do right away. And as the brother also mentioned, even the hijab. Hijab is not the condition of Islam. It's like if you don't wear hijab, or you're not even regarded as a Muslim. No. You will be regarded as a Muslim. You will be regarded as a great Muslim, also a Muslimah. And then of course hijab, it's becoming its own importance, yeah. And you have to learn. You have to learn the recitation of the Fatiha on the other side. On the other side, learn how to wear it and how to get adapt to it, because these are things that actually that completes you as a Muslim, yeah. But it's like it's not conditioned or that expected you to right away, yeah. Then you hold yourself back. Okay, I can't do that. I can't follow all that.
Yeah,
I cannot stop
too much
drinking alcohol. Yeah. Of course, no one can stop overnight. Stop drinking alcohol. No, no way.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard. Similarly, other things.
So it's like it's other words. Slowly, you're getting into Islam and take it easy and don't rush to be like, you know what, I have to do all this together.
Yes.
The last question I have here before we ended up the video, هل يمكن أزور أهلي لما there's a way, is that permissible to me to visit my mom and dad when I become Muslim, because they're not Muslim or they're not in the religion, or they're not even believer? Is that okay for me to visit them, or I have to stay away from them when I become Muslim because they're not Muslim?
Yeah, this is a very important question. Yes, of course, undoubtedly you can visit your parents, even if they are non-Muslims. You can visit them. Still, it will be regarded as, birrul walidain or silatul rahim, whichever, both it can be. Still you will get the reward of being obedient and kind and respect to your parents, even if they have different religion from you. And it will be regarded as, maintain the kinship, the relatives also as a silatul rahim. Because the same question, even Asma bint Abu Bakr, she asked it. And I think her mother wasn't at that time, yeah. So she asked me, can I, be in touch or contact with my mother? She's not even a Muslim. He said, yes. You have to be connected with your parent.
Because it's family. This is your family. You can't stay away from them.
Yeah.
And you can't drop them because you be Muslim. Maybe they drop you, but you can't drop them.
Yes.
Even if they drop you, you still have to have contact with them.
Yes.
Have to talk to them. Have to soften their heart. Have to be nice to them. You don't have to be like very edgy with them. So you have to be nice with them. You have to be like a good son to your mom and dad.
Yes. So Islam is deen how that's a flexible thing, religion that is open-minded religion, optimism. It's about optimism, open-minding, and all that. Yeah. It's not like they're your relatives. Even it's not even about your parent. Even you have some other siblings. Your other relatives they are non-Muslims. Islam will never ever say that. Do not visit them or just cut their ties.
Don't talk to them or something like that. Jazakallah khair, ya Sheikh. Last word, I'm gonna leave it for you before I interrupt the video. For new Muslim, for non-Muslim that thinking, considering Islam, what's the last word for you for this group of people?
Oh, yes, always Islam. You are being open. You're welcomed every single time. Coming into Islam. Muslims are cheerfully, and impatiently they are waiting to welcome you, and do not hesitate approach, because you can approach us at any time you want. And we also do street da'wah if you're in Edmonton, and Sunday from 3 to 6, in street da'wah in Jasper Avenue. You can find us also that you can approach us in person if you want.
That's in Edmonton, Alberta.
Yeah, in Edmonton, Alberta. Yeah, and then you can also approach us from our channel on YouTube. Leave us a question, comments, and we will be there, answering your question.
Jazakallah khair, brother. Jazakallah khair. Barakallah fi. Thank you, my brother and sister. We're going to drop it off here until next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.